Really quickly, Lau, what are we driving in and what are the mods?
It's 2015 Chevrolet SS, intake, exhaust, tune, and
LS3.
LS3 6.2 V8.
Alright, let's see.
7,000 RPM is the red limiter.
So explain to me why most people don't know what a Chevy SS is.
So Chevy SS is an Australian car. It's a Holden. The company is shutting down. The market hit them hard, but they've been charming out cars for the last couple decades despite it. But it's a Holden Commodore SS. The reason they rebadged it and sent it over here instead of calling it just the Chevy Commodore is because Commodore is owned by Chrysler.
So what we're going to be doing today is installing a subwoofer into this Chevy SS. Some components you need while doing a subwoofer install are obviously the sub in a subwoofer enclosure, as well as an amp. In this case, we're actually using a Rockford Fosgate unit, which has a sub, box, and an amp all in one. The next thing you're going to need is some wiring. Wiring to get power to your amp, as well as audio signal to your amp. The audio signal can come directly from the head unit or from a factory amp. In this case, we're going to be using a factory amp. This is the power input, ground, and remote. This connects to the side of the box, which also has the amp integrated. And we just need to run wire from the battery to this. This is the remote base, which we will run from the back of the trunk to probably the center console, so the user can adjust it as he's driving. This is how we're going to get audio signal to the amp via the rear speakers. So basically we're going to tap into the signal of the rear speakers, if it'll focus. And this little device converts the signal into RCA, which we will feed into the amp. We're going to start by removing this plastic piece that's connected via these screws that also double as hooks for a little cargo net. Once you're done removing the screws, just go ahead and pull this off. And then remove the spare tire cover. The only thing left to do now is to remove the coverings on the right and the left side of the trunk. These cover the amp on the right side and the battery on the left side. These were a pain to remove. Good luck doing it. As you can see, it wasn't simple for us. The editing makes it look easy, but it's not. This blue clip is where we're going to get the signal for the amp from. I'm going to post a link in the description below to a link that shows you the pinout. Didn't feel like explaining that in the video, and really it was really difficult to see because the wiring is so small, but I will have that link below. Here's our signal input converter wired into that clip. This is taking signal from that clip and we'll convert it to RCA. Okay, so here is the final resting place of the sub and the amp. Here's the power wire and ground wire. We connected the ground up there, like so. The RCA wire, which gets its signal from the rear amp, the factory Bose amp that we spliced into using a line converter. That is going to be tucked away neatly under here, along with the power wire that we're getting from the power source, the battery that powers the line converter. Again, the line converter taps into the factory harness for the factory Bose stereo. Okay, we hit all the wires. This is where the sub will go. That's the wiring block that has the remote, the ground and power, as well as the amp input, signal input rather. And so what we're going to do is we're going to put the sub in, wire it up right here, and then Velcro mount it to keep it from moving around while driving. So there's a remote amp switch, or remote amp controller. You can see it, maybe. There's a little wire right here that we're feeding up through the back of the seat. There's a side panel behind here. It's currently right here. I'm going to tuck it under all these panels and have it come out to the driver's seat, perpendicularly go over to the center console area where the switch will be. Here's the switch. And here it is, all finished. If you like this video, please click the like button below. Also, if you enjoyed this, I believe you'll probably enjoy a lot of the other content I have, so please subscribe to my channel. Until next time, see you on the next project.